Okay, so we got the blue Ram. We did get it inspected. There was a couple issues, but it was nothing really major. It was something that I knew, and I'm gonna go over that, but let's do a quick walk around here, just kind of go over a couple things real quick with the truck, and then I'll show you a little bit. I'll fill you in here on the story. So our state has emissions and state inspection. This passed both of those. So I did get the 2018 sport wheels mounted up. They do need cleaned up some. I also had the opportunity to, I did see that they sell this carbon fiber cover. I ended up getting this on Amazon. It's actually pretty cool. I did buy a cover for this, but somehow that's on back order. And then I picked up one of these little flag things to go on the shifter. Now, what is this thing? I know it shows the mileage. This thing had like 38 on it, or 32,800. I don't know, I might have 300 miles on this. So just kind of want to do, I don't know, just talk about first impressions. I did drain the oil and put a new filter in so that I knew that was good. Basically, just running through its paces. We got some dirt on here. I do want to get this thing cleaned up, and I do want to give it a nice full detail, buff some scratches out of the paint, and try to fix something with this dent that was on the other, that was damaged from the other tree, the tree that fell on the other truck. That down there is probably going to be a little hard, but just basically get stuff cleaned up and then do a replacement here on this bumper. Try to get some dual exhaust set up. Now, when I had first got this thing inspected and onto the road, the rear differential that I used came out of the white truck that was over there. Two-wheel drive, 160 on it, 2011. Now, I kind of went over a couple things. I'm grabbing a glove here quick. Let me just grab a paper towel. So, we had a really bad whining noise, and I kind of had figured it was something in the pinion. So let's take a look here. This is what we had pulled out. Here's the old seal. There was nothing wrong with that. The old plate for the drive shaft. I did have to cut it because they had a retaining bolt on that. Now, hopefully we can get everything pulled out of here. Now, this is the ring, and this is the race for that. Alright, so you see here what we got. Try to get in here really close. Now, see this here? That's actually in the race. And then it's smooth. Alright. And then it's got that real rough part. So we have failure here on these bearings. Hopefully you can see that we had real bad wear. Okay. I had spun this just in the case, in the housing. And it was smooth, and then it would get like to a tight spot, and that was because this bearing right here. Okay, now the other bearing is right here. Here's our top bearing. Let's see if I can locate this here. Okay, this is why I had to notch this. They put this lock nut on here. All right. And it had two Allen keys, and one Allen key popped off. Basically, there's a little ball that separates this, kind of locks it into place, and then you just give it a tap, and then it slides out. So that's how that's supposed to work. Just trying to locate this race. Okay, so here is the drive shaft side. All right, so if you look here, we had wear in all these bearings. It's pitting. These should look very shiny, very smooth. The race has even wear the whole way across, so that was causing us a, I don't know how you would say it, like a woo wheel noise. So we pulled everything out, installed everything from the original housing, just reused those bearings. Everything had 30,000 miles on it. There was no issues with it. torqued everything down with a cross washer, put a new seal in, and centered out the diff, checked the backlash, and now we have a very nice sounding truck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in this thing, go start it up. We're going to go for a little quick drive, and I'll talk about the truck a little bit. So here we go. I'm going to clean up my hand. See you on the road. Alright, so we have our air conditioning on, but we're going to close that off, put down our windows. So we just have this thing started up. I believe that we go out of this, we can go to vehicle info. Oh, push the wrong button. This has really, really high idle hours, but I believe it is due to the fact that this has a remote start. It's not as bad on the 6-cylinders as it is the V8s. So if you have a remote start, obviously your idle hours are going to be higher than your drive hours. So when I had installed the 2018 wheels, they already had the pressure sensors in, and the truck just picked them up. So that's where our tire pressure is right now. I tried to set it at 40. Trans temp, oil temp. I didn't watch too much of this. Now I didn't reset the oil. It was at 94. So I don't know if someone had already changed the oil, but I felt that it was necessary, just getting a vehicle so you know the history on it and when the oil was changed. So it did have a sticker up here, and this one was an old one from 22, and then I guess in 23 it had like 20-some thousand miles on it. So 23, I think I had 23, so they put like 8,000 or 9,000 miles on it before I got it. So we had 32, I think it was like 32,700, 32,800. So like I said, we got a couple hundred miles on it. So fuel economy, so like basic economy, I just drove up the road a little bit, did some stuff. It's estimating right now at 20.4, and then I had reset my trip this last time, basically 19.9, 20 mile to the gallon, and that's just some small run around driving and highway driving at 214 miles. Now being this was averaging 24 point something, but I was really light on the gas pedal. So you know, you're just learning you're learning something new, so you're getting to feel it out. Now I haven't really done any full throttle starts yet with this. I kind of did like 2 good merges onto the highway just to see how this thing would run, and I think I did have it I had it up to speed, and it seemed like it was doing okay, but like my highway speeds were pretty much around 70 miles an hour set with the cruise control. So let's go for a drive. Let's see how this thing is. I'm gonna hit the road. All right, so basically right now I'm just driving around. I got the windows open. Very smooth ride in comparison to the older 3rd gen trucks. The rear coil suspension really does help. So let's pop this up. Minimal road noise. That is something else that really impressed me with this truck also. All right, so I have the gauge summary up. So coolant's running 188, trans is 174, oil's 180. Now we got about 35 psi right there at idle. So it's just, some people are worried about the gauges. I see a lot of talk about that. So I'm just very light on the pedal. Eco comes up on the screen. I don't know if that's supposed to be that it is getting good gas mileage there or not. So let's just go out here. Let's go to fuel economy. So we're at 20.3. I'm very light on this pedal. So this thing just drives nice. I think we will try to do a full throttle acceleration here in the car. I do wish I had some more cameras posted outside so you guys could see what that is like from an exterior view. I would like to catch some exhaust sounds and maybe some engine noises also. So you can see we're just right down the road here a little bit. I think it's like 35 through here, so we're going like 40. Shifting, man, I wish I could see where it would display the gear. I haven't really found out if it does that or not. But you can feel it when it downshifts into one or two of the gears. But this thing is like really super smooth when it accelerates. All right, let's wait for traffic here. All right, let's see if we can stop. All right, let's do a full throttle. Not bad. Absolutely not bad at all. I don't know what the time was, up to 60. I think the posted here is like 50 mile an hour on this road, so 55. So we got 55 right here. All right, so we're just kind of coasting along. Pretty impressive. Runs it up to almost 6,000 RPMs. Like I said, that was my first full throttle acceleration in this truck. Nothing to write home about, but it gets going pretty good. I think once you're rolling some and you get on it a little bit, like trying to get onto the highway, I think it's perfect acceleration right there. Now there's no load or nothing. It's just one person, so we're not towing anything, which we'll try that out later down the road. And then I'm gonna try to get on this road here, turn around, and it just kind of sucks that it's downhill here a little bit. But I think what I'll do is I'll just pull over here, and then we'll pull out and we'll do a slow acceleration from a stop. Some traffic. Might be like 6th or 7th gear. It shifted again, being it has the 8-speed transmission. So it's just a really nice slow acceleration right there. Like I said, when you try to stop, you can feel it. It'll downshift, and you can actually feel it when it downshift, and it almost feels like it's too hard of a downshift. I don't know how that is with the 8-speed transmissions, as I don't drive those too often. Well, forever. Till now. I can say one thing, the cruise control, it keeps your speed perfect. You don't feel anything, and with the shifting, giving it throttle or letting off, It keeps your speed, man, almost within 1 mile or an hour or less. All right, well, that's just a quick little drive to check this thing out, and we'll discuss some more when we get back to the house. All right, so overall this truck drives very nice. It is an Express, so it is very limited on its features, but what this truck does have is power mirrors that are heated defrost. It also has one touch up and down for the fronts. You can lock the rear windows. It has power locks, power locks. Cargo light, automatic headlights. It has a backup camera. Let's just look at that real quick here. All right, so very nice. The lines move to direct you where you need to go, even though there is this little screen. Very cool. I do want to hook my trailer to it and see how that works. It does display when the doors are open down here, which is pretty cool too. It's telling me that the vehicle's not in park, and if you try to move with the door open, it does not let you do that. Auto park engage, shift to park, and then to gear that you want to shift to. So what I'm actually trying to do is I'm trying to get my flag to turn back up, because when you do this, it moves it back. So let's go all the way over to drive. Alright, it'll even do it in drive, it won't let you move. Alright, so then it automatically goes back. So, do this again. Alright, right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera in the back. We're going to start it up. We're going to give it a couple revs just so you can see what it sounds like back by the exhaust, and then we'll do one with the hood open, and we'll start it and rev it 2 or 3 times so we can hear what it sounds like underneath the hood and by the exhaust. All right, so kind of very weird free rev. I just kind of touched it and it went up past 3,000, like 35, almost 4,000 RPMs, and then it kind of just hung and then came down real slow. And then I tried to do 2 small taps, but it goes up pretty quick, but it takes a while for it to come back down. This is kind of the electronic thing. Pretty freaking nice, right? So I'm gonna actually get to see what it sounds like underneath the hood starting when I get to watch the video footage. So I mean, that was just a real quick drive, and just like I said, nice walk around. Truck turned out very nice. It's very clean, and right now, other than the 2 little small upgrades that I did to it so far, along with the wheels, I did remove the running boards, and I'll tell you what, it really helped this thing. Very nice clean look across the bottom, and this thing needing a buff and wax and some tire shine, some clean wheels. We do have some other things in store that we're going to be removing off the other truck that I talked about in the previous video, and well, we're going to try some stuff. We're going to learn some stuff. And I'm going to share it with you. So it's done. Like, this thing is awesome. All right. We'll see you in the next video. Lots of things to come.